Hello, everybody. Welcome to another interactive Kibitzing session. The game is already on. We just setting up the table and receiving partner and opponents. And so here we go. We start with, I could have bid diamonds earlier, but I don't like to bid with mangy suits, semi-balanced hands. So defending one of Trump is probably okay. You see, we don't have a lot of hopes of beating one of Trump with this strong dummy, but couldn't probably much make a lot in diamonds anyway. So it's not a big hand in imps. And so I will stand the Parta has a singleton diamond. So it's not a great contract. We can see that they can win. Uh, 5 tricks we've seen already, right? 3 diamonds and 2 aces. So 2 diamonds probably going down. And if you notice, Declare will have a kind of annoying surprise in the. Interesting that he's discarding his diamonds. That's very peculiar. Well, I would discard my diamond anyway, but Declare has ace, king, queen, and ace. If you look at the bidding, he shouldn't have a lot more than that. Split here, because he shouldn't have a lot more than that, as I said. So maybe partner has ace, king of clubs. Let me add the link to the Zoom to the Kibitzers. Let me grab it. Oh, I don't want to invite. I want to copy the invite link. And invite the Kibitzers to join. So clearly Declare with ace, king, queen, and the ace of diamonds, and perhaps the ace of clubs. That's 17. It's really humongous. I'm not really sure what's going on there, but I will. Partner should have queen 10 9 of spades, given what we've seen. Yes, so she'll cash a lot of spades. She probably has a heart holding worth some tricks too. Help partner count the clubs. Yep, as expected. And it is that one. That one in one of trumps. Looks better than us playing 2 diamonds, in which we would lose maybe 2 hearts, 3 diamonds, and a spade. That seems reasonable. That's down 1 off the top. So we got 1 imp. Nobody got rich here. There was not a lot riding on this decision to bid diamonds or not. Here my lead against 3 no trumps will be a club, if it comes to that. Probably it won't. They should have some hearts, right? So I expect a diamond bid here, a heart transfer. Okay, statement. That's better news for us. If they have a 4-4 heart fit, that will be better than any 5-4 or 5-3. Well, three hearts shows 5, so maybe they have a 5-4. And now, against hearts, I think well, one's thinking that they're playing puppet, the other is thinking that they're not. So they might be, the 3 heart bidder thinks this doesn't show 5-5. They might be on a 4-3, but here I think my lead, now it's no longer a club. I think it should be a diamond. That's safer. And against a strong balanced hand on my right, maybe that's the way to protect my club king. Declare I did have, dummy had 5 hearts, so much more than I hoped for. And the diamond lead apparently established some tricks for Declarer, so it's not great. But anyway, if Declarer has ace of clubs, a club lead wouldn't have been great, by the way. So we can continue. I don't think there's any chance of us losing the ace of spades.
This is Paolo
Hey there.
Burn. Oh, what's his name?
Broom.
Thank you.
It's interactive. Okay, so we got probably one down one unless they have a gazillion tricks to discard those 4 spades. And that doesn't look likely. Let's think about it. Declare would have to have 2, 4, 3, 4. No, it's not possible. Even if he has king, queen of diamonds and 4 clubs, so that's 3 discards. There's no way for them to not give the spade ace to us. So that's not one. Discard the clubs here. Declare can't have 4 diamonds, 4 clubs, down to, okay, even better. Part of score the king of spades as well. Nobody got rich once again. And they're giving me better hands at each round, so I can imagine junior players, Mavericks, bidding something on the strength of the favorable vulnerability here. But in my experience, that is not positive. Doesn't lead us to a positive expectation. I've seen people open 3 hearts with this kind of hand. Not my cup of tea. And I will pass 1 club also. Now, if the bidding doesn't die, now having limited my hand very strongly, I can possibly try 2 hearts. Really depends on what's going on partner's second action. If she passes, I won't do anything here. If I'm content with them playing mono trumps. If she passes, I have some mild club support. So if she rebids clubs, maybe I should raise the 3 clubs over east speed instead of bidding hearts. We'll see. Now, after the long hesitation, it's even clearer to pass. But without it, I was already committed to passing anyway. King of clubs, we play upside down, so I'll encourage, even though my encouraging card is an 8. Having the jack is enough to encourage clubs. Five clubs. She can't have a lot of help from me after this start. I will discourage hearts. Maybe it would have been better for the defense for her to lead a club to my jack, but that's not clear. I think it should be upon reflection that I shouldn't play the 8 from 9-8 doubled, especially after the lead of the king. But it's never clear to run the lead. Ace, king, queen, fifth. You see that she has ace, king of diamonds? Yes, so that's down off the top. And we would probably lose 2 hearts and 2 spades again, playing in hearts. At least. Yeah, three hearts and 2 spades. No swing. 0 whips. Spade over call here. Let's see at what level. Nah, I don't want it bit to. 2 spades would be natural here, by the way. But I think that it should be a more offensive hand. Those straight queens and doubletons, it's really bad for our offensive potential. And I'm happy with the way the bidding is going. By the way, even if we agreed that the double here would be penalties, which is not clear, you shouldn't double here because you're just making it easier for them to take out the 3 clubs. As they did even without any help. But they are, Ira West probably has 7 clubs and a spade void, looking at our hand. So let's defend 3 clubs. When you have a penalty double based only on trumps, you don't have a lot. I don't have a lot of side tricks or any, if any. You really shouldn't consider doubling if they have another long suit to run too, which is the case here. So we will probably try to unblock the queen of hearts. The 4 of hearts looks like a lead from an honor. That is the case. Let's play this queen of hearts here. I'm blocking our hearts. Nope, But then we can get a ruff. That's a second winning case if partner had the ace of clubs. Now that she doesn't, now it looks like we will declare will make 5 clubs, 3 hearts, and probably a diamond, unless he misguesses diamonds in some strange fashion. Should have 0, 3, 4, 6. That would be my guess about his shape. Making +1, so he's losing 2. He had 4 hearts, I see. So he's losing 2 diamonds. Okay. He had 4 hearts. Interesting that they are not in hearts. What would have, well, double them, you can make a gazillion tricks in hearts. Clubs, 3-3 with the king of clubs on side. Double to queen of hearts. So against any defense, let's say, there's no defense. They can make 4 hearts. I don't know why Rhoda is rejecting that, but it's hard to see how he can avoid winning 3 clubs, 2 hearts, and a dime. Just do it. Cash are 2 tricks. And now his hand is high. $0.3. Very tiny victories here. This one is a bit disappointing that people are not finding at least 170 in hearts. Hearts down 2. Okay, so other people are making it, but you should have a very unlucky day to go down in 4 hearts here. Okay, Vo versus not now. With this hand and favorable vulnerability, I probably would do something, but not vulnerable versus not. This is something that a lot of players have trouble grasping, the weight of vulnerability in these decisions, how the trade-off for a aggressive action like with a hand like this, balanced hand, bad hand, is much worse when you're vulnerable than when you're not. Did I bid something in the first the first deals? I don't think I had any bid so far. Yes, the 0 bids. They are looking for a 5-3 hard fit. They won't find it, but that's kind of good news. When we have 5 hearts to Jack 10-9, means that they may be overvaluing their hands. Then you will almost certainly come down with 5 hearts. As expected. Now the player might have 4 spades on this, and but he might also have only 3. It's not clear that Rhoda would have avoided overcalling with a good 5-card suit. There's nothing better for us to do. And she might have refrained from overcalling with King Jack 5th and out. Dummy has 9 high card points. We had 8. And so we're talking about 23 high card points missing. And so Rhoda could have about 4 to 5. Looks like she has she led the 6 of spades from 4. Interesting play by Ira. He's allowing her to run the spades. My clubs are worthless. My hearts are also worthless. My best, well, not worthless, but I can pitch one of them. That's what I mean by worthless. Uh, if Ira has something like ace king fourth of clubs and he was hoping for a heart club squeeze, he will be disappointed because Rhoda is defending clubs and I'm defending hearts. But his plan is surely to try some kind of squeeze, and there is a room, as we said, for 4 or 5 high card points in Rhoda's hand. That means the jack of clubs. So this shift looks like jack 9 third. I discarded the 10, remember? And so now he'll cash his diamonds. What happened? The clubs, he had 5 clubs. Looks like it. 5 clubs, yes. His hand was 3, 1, 4, 5. So there's nothing we can do. He had 9 top tricks, 10 actually. 5 clubs, 3 hearts, and 2 diamonds. And a spade. He could make 11. We made a lot of tricks by his careful play of trying to set up a squeeze when there wasn't any. Here we are going to pass again. I apologize for the spectators if they wanted to see the Kibitzing doing something. The cards are not cooperating. I do lose 4 imps on such a mundane hand. 17 and 9, and lots of people are not bidding game. It's very disappointing about the strength of the field. Let me look at the typical auction here. A club, a heart, 2 clubs with 17 and 5-4. I'm not sure if I would pick Ara's route of 2 no trumps, but this is clearly worth a 2 diamond reverse if you don't want to do that. This one did a reverse, but then dropped his part on a lid that most players would consider forcing. So reverses are a complicated subject. Lots of people don't understand them correctly. Now they have found apparently a 5-3 speed fit, so Rhoda is on the spotlight again with her lead. We know that Nami will come with about 19 high card points. Let's count them. 19, yes. So we have 23. So 17, missing 9 or 8 for each player, roughly. Use count here for partner to know if she should duck the next with ace jack fourth. Probably she shouldn't. But it looks like, did I duck the next club? Probably. And he will play the queen anyway, but I should duck because I want to preserve my clubs against those roughs. Rhoda's trying to take out dummy's roughing power with a lead. Let's cooperate. Now, let's think about what should Ira have. Ace, queen of spades, a singleton diamond. By the way, that was a good duck by Rhoda. She should not climb with the ace with king, queen, and diamond. She would give 2 tricks if she did that. And so counting the Clara's tricks, he has 6 spade tricks. Ace, king of hearts, 8. 1 diamond and 1 club, 10. Come on. 4 of diamonds. Jump out of my hand. Yeah, 10 tricks are established for him. And his full hand would be something like 5, 3, 1, 4. So he's losing 2 more. Yeah, making 10 tricks. Good defense, I think. The ducking clubs probably held an over trick. The ducking diamonds as well. Notice that if Rhoda wins the ace of diamonds, now the Clara can even misguess clubs and still get to 11 tricks. And here I am not bidding again at deal 7. Vote, everybody vote. Once again, I will keep quiet, even if they had bid something like 1 of a minor. By the way, taking advantage of the silence in the transmission, next week, Thursday, there will probably be no such session as we are seeing here. I think Ira has a commitment. He won't be able to play. And so unless something changes in the meantime, we will not have this transmission, this game, next Thursday at noon Eastern time, Eastern US time. Okay, so let's see. Our main hope here is hearts 2-2, always when we have a no major response from East. Demi has 10. We are looking at 14 haircut points. Indeed. Oh, that's a pity. Looks like King Queen Doubleton in Rhoda. And so we are dead. With the long hearts out of entries to be established. We can see what I was saying that dummy has 10, we had 4, 14 high card points, so 26 missing. 9 to 11 with Rhoda. Rhoda still has 4 to 6 high card points. And they have to give 2 tricks to go with my King of Diamonds. My 2 of hearts, incidentally, should show an interest in a club return. And that's why I want it, because any other suit may help declare. Imagine him with ace 9 third of spades. We don't want to mess with spades. Or ace third of diamonds. We don't want to mess with diamonds. So clubs appeared to me to be the safest suit that the defense could play after winning the first 2 tricks. And that's why she returned the club. The basic idea, when I have a huge selection of cards to choose from, and neither count nor attitude makes a lot of sense in the suit, is that my cards show suit preference. And so the 2 of hearts shows the preference for a club shift. If I had played a 10, I would be suggesting a spade shift. And a middle card, a diamond shift. Sometimes when we have an extreme length, as I did here, we can pinpoint 3 suits, not only 2. Now, if Rhoda has the hoped for King 10 of spades and the Jack of diamonds, that would be probably close enough for us to beat it if he misguesses everything. And she can have that. That's only 9. Now, should I play a spade or the heart? And I don't think there's any. Rhoda is guarding both spades and diamonds, so that's a concern. But there's no way for us, technical way for us to make her life easier in that sense. So what the most that we can hope for is that the Declare will have some trouble diagnosing what's going on. So now if Rhoda can't really have ace king of spades, can she? No, she would have 12 high card points. No, she can't. So Declare has 1 spade owner, and that's all he needs to make the game. Assuming he has entries, which he should, because he burned up all the entries in clubs. I would bet on the giving the way the play has gone. Rhoda should have the king of spades, and the big thing is whether Declare will risk the spade finesse in the end or not. And so I have to keep a singleton spade to give him the chance to go wrong. If I keep two spades, if everybody keeps two spades at the end, then he can finesse safely. We'll cash the king of clubs, so pitch your heart. Rhoda should discard her fifth club on this trick. She's hanging on to it because she still has hopes of winning the king of spades and a lot of clubs. But now, okay, he has the ace of spades, so it's the same. So all the Clara needed to do is to play spades before cashing the king of clubs. 6 imps out of nothing we could have done. Using 6 imps. Okay, they got distracted and dealt me some high cards. It's very curious to see this. 6.6. What's going on? People are going down 4. How could anybody go down 4 on this hand? It's a mystery wrapped in a riddle. So they are bidding, but still I'm going to bid something on this hand. Uh-huh. Invite natural. I'm going to bid because I think I have a... Oh, it's invite natural. I was expecting invite with support. Invite natural. No, I'm not going to bid here. They still haven't given me a bid. Invite natural means that this may be a tremendous misfit, and I could have 5 spades and 5 clubs, something like that. If they had a spade fit, it would be different. I would bid. But without it, we need some luck in partner's hand to defeat this one. Hoping that Rhoda has the ace of diamonds. There you go. And so Leon would have the ace of spades, queen jack of hearts, and king of clubs. That's his invite. And Rhoda has to shift to a club for us to break this, very likely. If she has a 10 of diamonds, she can still catch it, but it's pretty much what she needs at this point. 10 of clubs it is. How to shorten this dummy. She had the king, so he has 7 hearts with queen jack and the ace of spades. Still a very weak invite. 7 hacker points. That's his invite. We got 1 imp. And I still haven't bid. Will it be now? I have to make a joke. It's very rare for me to not bid anything for the first 8 boards. Okay, so I bid something, but they brushed it aside. And I have to play against four hearts. I will play a lead a spade. I don't see a lot of upside in being overactive here. We located the jack of spades with. Let me duck this just on general grounds. Not sure this is the right move, but usually best to do this quickly. Especially if you'll bluff a spade and lead another heart. That will lead to a quick down. Well, dummy trumps and shorten him with hearts. I mean, with spades, shorten his hearts with spades. Probably down two. Although I'm not sure. If he has the ace of diamonds, as he should, maybe only down one. Well, he has 3-4, 3-3, or 3-4, 2-4. I will be able to get my club trick most likely. Unless he ducks, he never roughs in. Yes, now if he ducks again, yep. Now his dummy is high. Okay, well played, but down one. Another hand in which I'll bid something. Many people would open mono trump with this. I think I'll be in that camp today. I think this hand is problematic to open one spade with. And here mono trump. Of course, the risk is missing a spade fit. But the spade suit is not that great. Lots of stoppers. I won't show five. I'll show only four. Is asking for a stopper in clubs. I have them. And East doesn't have an extraordinary suit. So if I bid three spades, which should show the fifth card, I won't be showing the club stopper. And I don't expect their club holding to be great because East passed, West never raised. Let's bid three no trumps. I think this hand looks more and more like a no trump hand, even if we have a 5-3 spade fit. Not that confident. You see, 10 of clubs. But we don't have any fit. And now I have to decide whether I duck this. If I play Leon for king queen nine fifth, or if I play him for king queen low fifth. It's not clear. The big difference here is if I need to play a heart up to the king at the end of the game. East will have king queen fifth of clubs, two spades, because if spades are 3-3, doesn't really matter. I have 9 tricks. Would he be doubling without the 9? Probably not. But if he doesn't have the 9, then the 8 will protect me against anything. So ducking here would probably be inferior. And I can still end play this guy by playing the jack of clubs at some point. Okay. Now I probably have to play a club because I want to set up and then play against Ira now. Leon should have something like 1, 4, 3, or 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 clubs. But if it's 5 clubs, I have to king, queen, 9, fifth of clubs. Probably the ace of hearts. That should be his double. He's probably not very short in hearts because he has only 1 spade and 5 or 6 clubs, so he should have 2 hearts only. This card is interesting. He's looking like a man who thinks he doesn't have an entry. Especially if he has 6 to king, queen, 9. And the queen of hearts. So if let's assume that's the case, he has 6 clubs to the king, queen, 9, and the queen of hearts, not the ace. I have to develop hearts. I have only 7 tricks so far. I need 1 trick from hearts, maybe 2 tricks from hearts, or 1 heart plus 1 end play. Yeah, everything looks like a low heart from dummy. Well, I have to hope for Leon to be 1-4-3-5. Ira to have a double on ace of hearts. If that is the case, I run diamonds and exit with the 9 of spades. No, he would have to be 1-4-2-6. 1-4-2-6. So that Ira doesn't have an exit. 1-4-2-6. 6 clubs to the king, queen, 9. 4 hearts to the queen. It's either that, or if I play a heart now, hearts 3-3, looks more likely to me. And I lose a heart. I lost one trick already, a heart and 2 clubs. Let's go for it. Indeed, here we are. He had 6-3. Let's go. Yeah, that playing East for 1-4-2-6 would be against the odds. Thanks, Rhoda. Okay, now A1 club opening bid. This kind of hand is annoying because it's very unlikely that I'll be able to show my 6-5. But still, I'm a believer in bidding the best possible bid on this round and worrying about the next round later. And I surely should be bidding my 6-card suit before my 5-card suit, unless there were a big disparity here. Now, maybe 3 diamonds would be construed as my 6-5. They gave me enough room. 3 diamonds still safe enough. They have had bid a major, for example, 4 something. My only bid here would be 4 no trumps. It's not that simple with no aces. Could be a disaster. But now I'm happy that I've shown my suit and enabled Rhoda to decide for us. Okay, so against the expected 5-5 means that he has only one minor suit loser. 10 of clubs lead can be a singleton or not, we don't know. We don't know where is his minor suit loser, if he has 2 clubs or 2 diamonds. I'm hoping that he has only 5-5, not 6-5. There will be a if Rhoda has 4-4 in the majors, right? Her hand is either 4-4-3-2 or 4-4-4-1. And Ira will pretty much play for that because I have shown my 2-suitor. Could have played the 5, but I want to brag. Anyway, now we know that Ira has 5-5-2-1. We hope, not know, but hope that Ira has 5-5-2-1. And if we win Heart Finesse, we will be able to push a club through, enable roted over off. So he needs a spectacular texture in his suit to make this. If we win a heart finesse. And we still have a diamond to make, right? Apparently. Here comes the finesse. Push clubs through. Play my lower honor so that she knows that I have stuff in diamonds. She knows it, of course. Everybody knows. Everybody, including the bears in the zoo, know that I'm out of spades and hearts by this point. Oh, looks like 6-5. If it is 6-5, so this jack of diamonds looks like a singleton. If it is 6-5, now we need Rhoda to have a spade trick because she just lost her trump trick. Yeah, she has that spade trick as expected. And that's down one. Spade rough, and his hand is high. Nice but unlucky play by Ara, trying to pin the 10 or the jack in my hand by leading the queen of hearts. And I don't think he can make it if he plays ace of hearts. Well, maybe if he's specifically for the heart king singleton, heart to the ace, and then play spades. I think that's the only way to make it. Has to prevent an over rough with the king of hearts. Anyway, back to our routine of bad hands. Not I don't mind it especially, but I just think that it's more interesting when we have more high cards, or interesting for the transmission. Speaking of which, let me put the link for the Kibitzers once again. Vo versus not, I should always be cautious, but I love to raise my partner, so I will. The Kibitzers. Raises are wonderful things because they absolve you of the responsibility of taking further decisions in the bidding. Now, I don't have to bid anything unless partner invites me to, of course. But I have offered a reasonable description of this hand in its most important feature, which is the 3-card support. I could have a little bit more, but if I had an extra queen, I think everybody would raise the 2 spades over the double, and my hand is not that awful. The 3-diamond bid did weaken it, though, in one way, by increasing the chances that West has the ace of diamonds. They are not very high. It's still more likely that East has the ace of diamonds. But it improved the hand in another way, in the sense that I have nothing to say here. But in the sense that I have a roughing value. It's possible that the doubleton diamond will be more important after the 3-diamond bid. And poor Rhoda, I think, which will sweat a ton to make this. Very strange auction altogether. 3 hearts with 3 to the jack, 3 diamonds with the ace jack fourth opposite our hand. Very peculiar. What's going on here? But it's still a bad board for us. We're going down almost assuredly. Hard to see how we can make more than 4 spades, 3 diamonds, and 1 rough. That's 8 only. Ace. Ace is a strange play. I don't know what she intends to do. Well, nothing amazing will happen after all this. She still will win. Instead of 4 spades, 5. 5 spades, but only 2 diamonds. 6 and 1 rough and down is 7. No, 5 spades. 5 spades, 2 diamonds, and 1 rough and dummy 8. She'll win 8 tricks. Going down 1. Now, I would expect many players to be not as aggressive as Rhoda was with her card, especially when they bid my ace jack fourth. So it could have been defending 3 diamonds, which would have been better for us. Three diamonds will make 4 diamond tricks, and the ace of spades 5, at least. Probably that's it. But still is down 1. They are going down instead of us going down. Nobody got rich. 2.3. Happened with a non-suit. It's barely a 4-card suit. Now we are in a 30-31 range. So I would only like to play in spades if I get 4 there. With 3 spades there, we should be in no trumps. But if she has 4, and I would also like to discourage a heart lead by allowing her to bid hearts if she has them. There you go. So now I'll just sign off in 3 no trumps. No desire for higher things. We need really, with 2 balanced hands and no great fit, we need 33 or 32 with good spots. We don't have that. Yeah, Trump is quite reasonable. The ace of clubs looks to be on side because why would I reduct this? And he played the 8, and they play upside down. So it looks like it's quite safe at this point to try to run hearts, or at least establish them. And then this card is welcome. And then she'll establish hearts. She'll have 4 hearts, 3 diamonds, 2 spades, and 1 club. That's 10. And she will have the club finesse at the end for 11. Notice that Leon is keeping clubs, which makes it safe for Rhoda to play a club at the end, regardless of whether or not she cashes the side tricks. If he were discarding clubs, she would have to decide whether to play clubs before cashing her side tricks. And that might be risky if Ira had ducked the club ace, but I don't think any of that is going on. Looks like a run-of-the-mill 11 tricks. Any suggestions, comments, quips at this point? Anybody can grab the mic while we wait for this hand to finish. And now have a drink of water also. Poor Ira. He's trying to beat a hand after Demi showed 11 high card points opposite the 2-no trump opening bid. That is a tall order. Okay, that makes it easier for all of us. Now we have a claim. 13. Nice opening bid, if they let me. Nice double of a diamond. Let's see, one no trump rebid or a redouble, showing 3-card support. This don't know if it's alertable or not. It's these regulations are always in flux. It's always safer for us to just inform the opponents. Nine, interesting card. We are trapping that 8 soon. So Ira should have 4-4 in the majors. And 2 or 3 clubs. Probably 3. 4-4-2-3. That would be my first guess. And Rhoda led top of nothing from 9-3. That would be my first guess. If that is the case, big threat is them for them to establish the diamonds. I have to play the king here just because maybe Rhoda has the ace and I will be able to prevent that establishment. But it still looks like king, queen, fourth, and the ace check. That's a huge, enormous hand fire. Can it be all that? It's very huge. Can he have bid at 2 hearts? Maybe he bid 2 hearts. Maybe. I don't know. But maybe be 2 hearts with only 3. He would have 4-3-3-3 in this case. Yeah, that looks like it. 4-3-3-3, and then Rhoda has a hard honor. Hard queen is coming up. So we will win 3 more tricks. We will win a spade, the 10 of hearts, and the 10 of clubs. No, not +1. Two more tricks for you, my friend. I want two tricks. $15. That's a mild two club rebate over 1-0 trump. And over anything else, we are forced to game or she's raising spades. I would bid, if it goes one spade, two spades, I would just bid four spades with this kind of hand. Vulnerable, by the way, at imps. 5-5s have a stranger way of making a lot of tricks when we find a fit. But I don't think that's about to happen. Two diamonds. Now my three clubs here would preempt us out of two spades, which might be our best spot. My club suit is really what's a good word? It's really undernourished for the 3-level vulnerable. Opposite a possible misfit. Or I could have hearts and diamonds after all. It's my money bridge instinct warning me that it's not profitable to chase a miracle contract here. Vulnerable versus not. Okay, four spades is. I'm content. If they bid 5 diamonds, what do I do? Rhoda should have a 3-card raise, and that is enough for me to double. Means that we don't have a lot of trumps. As you can see, that is the case. If Rhoda plays a jack of spades, now I'll try the king of hearts. Other than that, I'll just shift to my low club and wait for my heart king. I'm happy to put them down 1, 2 now. Show off. And Rhoda should have the ace of hearts incidentally, because otherwise she's too weak for her bidding. Ace jack of clubs and nothing else. She should have the ace of hearts. And so we are hoping that their heart fit is 4-4, which is quite possible. If Declare has 1-4-5-3. 3, 4, 5, 1, to be more precise. 3 spades, 4 hearts, 5 diamonds. Ah, what's going on here? Come back, screen. If that is the case, I could just let me think. Let me think if I should play the king and heart to the Rhoda's jack. She would have 3 spades, 5 clubs, 4 hearts. Yeah, that might be it. And 1 diamond, he drew only 1 round of trumps, so let's do that. Yeah, exactly. Down 4. Bold bidding by Rhoda. Once she decided to bid 1 of trumps, she's kind of forced to do it, but it's still bold. Lots of people would be afraid to bid 4 spades at the second round, but not Rhoda. Anyway, here we are with a preempt, but in 4th position, so probably we won't preempt anything. We'll see if Rhoda passes. We might. Hmm. This is not strong enough for 2 hearts, but now it is, because 2 hearts here should be, and we can't. I could even be 3 hearts, but I think it's too much with the strength behind dummy. All of those spades and diamonds cards will be losing finesses to East. It's a neat way to get to 2 hearts with such a weak hand. And as you can see, we have ace, king, and ace to lose. Play the deuce. Maybe that's a singleton, and I want him to think that it's 6-5-4, if it's the case. Nice card for our side. Okay. So now we can go to dummy. Take our discard. And claim 5 more tricks. Not be wasting time looking for an overtrick here. Rough high. Anything. Okay. Ace of diamonds is on side. That's why they are giving me a trick that I didn't want to. So I'll thank them. Okay, two spades. Interesting hand. I don't like the double here. But any auction is so flawed. I'll have to double. Turning my nose. Uh, one problem with double is that Rhoda can pass it out. Not anymore. Anyway, very possible that we have a good sacrifice here. But very possible that we can find it. If I double, Rhoda will expect me to have four hearts. But she should be careful about it. And she should bid for no trump with four hearts and four clubs, for example. And sometimes she has five. The good Lord may have dealt her five. See, five. Now, if that is a diamond rough, which is very likely to be, ace of diamonds, diamond rough. Now we need to survive the heart finesse. And if we do that, we have 11 tricks. If that rough is from 3 to the king. If it isn't, then we are probably going to go down 1, which is no big deal. 4 spades wouldn't make, apparently. Although it might if the heart king is offside. They might lose only 2 clubs and a heart, since they had no diamond losers. There's no escaping the heart finesse at this point. And enticing card 10. It looks like King 10 third to begin with. This is what it looks like. Yeah. Here we go. Making 11 tricks. If my diamonds and clubs were switched, I might have bid 3 diamonds instead of double 2 spades. But bidding 3 diamonds with queen to the 5th is very unpalatable. But doubling with 5-5 is not free of risks either, because we may lose a very good 5-4 minor suit fit and play on a 4-3. but it worked out well. Now we have 18 high card points. That is a one diamond, followed by a non-reverse if partner bids one spade. I don't think this hand I think it's too balanced. The hearts are too weak. And I have a lot of stoppers and clubs, so over a diamond, a spade, I'd be too low with this hand. Even more now. If it goes past, it's a 1-0 trumpet. We are vulnerable after all. So it's not about letting them play one heart. And the trumpet is. That is not a lead. That strikes terror. Establish sharp diamonds. I don't need those hearts. Maybe that he has 5-5. If he has 5-5, let's see. And there's an interesting situation coming up. Yes. Maybe 4-5. That heart discard is interesting. Is intriguing. He discarded a heart, Mr. Erickson. He discarded 2 hearts. Even more intriguing. So now I can basically, if he has 4-5, let's see how many clubs he has. Three spades, 4 hearts. We will get a parent heart trick. We'll catch the diamond. It is a pity that he had ace king of spades, which means that we have no access to the queen of clubs now. We will get, well, he did ace king jack fourth of hearts, right? So we will win 1 heart and he will win 2. Yeah, come on. And there's nothing we could have done. I can see maybe if I let spades before diamonds. But that's so bizarre. Playing him to have 18 hacker points instead of playing. If East had a spade honor at this ending, I could have gotten an extra club trick. So it's a very specific hand that I have to lead spades first. But that was it. I should have done it. Okay, 1 club it is. Please we stopped low. Not comfortable to not rebid my clubs, but I would still have a chance of doing it later if it looked interesting. So Rhoda has only one spade at most, and she doesn't have, probably she doesn't have long clubs. So she should have, maybe she could have three, not long clubs. 9-8 is a show off. Rhoda has the ace, given the two of hearts. That didn't cost because I have natural trump tricks, so it's not about getting roughs here. Well, maybe now it is. So he has jack fourth. Jack of hearts, the king of diamonds. He should have the queen of clubs. He should have the queen of clubs. Not gonna be a very happy defense. Looks like we'll make at most 5 tricks. Our 3 trumps and ace king of clubs. Hard to see us doing more than that. Since, well, now, if Rhoda doesn't have the ace of hearts, she should have the queen of clubs. She has the king of spades, the jack of diamonds. She should have the queen of clubs. I'll play for that. And I want to establish that jack of clubs. Will give me a hard rough. But at least if she has a singleton queen of clubs, we can cash those clubs. Let's see if it is. Not because she would have 2 singletons. Okay, making 9 tricks. This said not rebidding clubs was costly. I wanted to. Maybe I should. Not vulnerable. We can go probably go down only 1 in 3 clubs. Maybe even make it. Anyway, 18 haircut points. A pedestrian will die with 18. Eh, I think I'll lead only 3 hearts. Not in love with my hand. Mid game here. Give Rhoda some leeway. Hard to see a hand that passes 3 hearts and has a good game. If she had bid spades, I would bid 4. But my hearts are not great. So if she has something like 4 to the king, or even 4 little, that's the kind of hand that would pass 3 hearts. But having gotten this right, contract is safe, even if she misguesses hearts, which she shouldn't. I think the heart king is on side, given that the king of spades is on side. No, it's offside, but still there's no way to lose more than a diamond and a club at this point. If they shift to a club. They didn't. And so she just repeats the finesse in spades to discard 2 clubs, one on the spade, the other on the diamond. Losing to the single king. Eleven tricks. Interesting kind of hand at 6-5. I usually open my longest suit. It happened a few deals ago. But in third position with a kind of sub-minimum hand, I'll try to find my spade fit immediately and preempt West's red suits. And I tried, but he had too much of them. But anyway, if we don't find a spade fit quickly, I don't want to go to 5 clubs vulnerable versus not against their game in hearts. Maybe I should, but we are vulnerable versus not. I will not bid anything here. I don't want to alert them to as to the nature of my hand once we find out that North didn't raise spades. I am basically in hiding at this point. So his minor suit is hearts. Jack of spades. Now it looks like Ara should have 6-5-2 for this bidding. That's what it looks like. I will switch to a diamond and maybe find partner with an ace. There is a risk of us losing that our club trick in that king of spades if Farah has two singletons, but that was not the case. He's got it all. He had 6-5-2 with a monster. Yeah. Not Vo versus Vo. That's bid. That's bid. I think I'm happy when the auction goes like that, even if four spades is not our best possible contract. The fact that we are pushing them around is really, in the long run, it brings imps. They may be missing a slam, they may be going down in 5, who knows what's going on? I don't. I do know that if we pass, it's easier for them to get it right than if we don't pass. Looks like they're missing a slam. If Farah has ace, king, jack, 6 of clubs, and the two aces, the ace of diamonds and the ace of spades. That's actually 7. Discard of a diamond means that he doesn't have the ace of diamonds. And so he'll lose 2 aces. All we needed for them to miss the slam is to switch the king and ace of diamonds. That's how close it is. Everybody would be bidding the same way, and they would make 6 clubs or diamonds. Got back to the rhythm of the beginning. Bad hands. Now, when we have 3 little hearts, we know that Rhoda has should have club support here. So just bid 3 clubs instead of 2 spades. Have a nice club suit. And I'm not afraid of declaring 3 clubs here, in spite of the red double. 3 double just shows a maximum balanced hand. But Ira should be short in clubs. Want to play the jack. It's an unfortunate corollary of upside down that I may be throwing away a trick if the card has queen 9-5. But I don't think Rhoda should be leading from ace king thread. She should have more diamonds in this auction. And so the jack, I think, is the more descriptive card. I guess the Clara has a double king queen. But it's always painful to be playing upside down when you have jack 10 third and partner leads an ace. That is why some partnerships who are willing to devote more memory space for detailed agreements say that even they play upside down except at the first trick. And some even go further and say except at the first trick against certain kinds of dummies. So if dummy has an honor, if dummy doesn't has an honor in the suit led and so on. Of course, each small agreement increases your efficiency, but at the cost of misunderstandings. And even when you have a perfect score, 0 misunderstandings, even in that case, you would have a memory load, a brain strain that would come from this. Interesting development. 7. Can it be queen jack 7 and a singleton king? It can. Actually, why not? Looks like Rhodes has ace of clubs and he's just trying to not lead clubs from the ace. And if that is the case, why she shouldn't have 6 spades because Ira wouldn't leave the ace of spades stranded there. Interesting discard, 4 of clubs. I was expecting clubs to be 5-3-3 too. So if Ira has 2-6-2-3, Rhoda is keeping protection in 3 suits. And I have to discard my spade at some point to help her count. Spades. Yeah, I think you did well, Rhoda. You just established the Clara's king, but there's nothing you could have done. So she has to keep 3 spades and 2 diamonds. No, she can't keep 2 spades only. She could have kept 2 spades, 2 diamonds, and a club, the ace of clubs, but wouldn't make a lot of difference there. That was the position, queen 9/3. Rough hand to defend against. Now, this is a 6/5 hand, which I would always open one club and rebid spades. It's much more powerful than this one here, than the 22. Better suits, more high cards. No, not this one. Which is this one. Yes, this one is much feebler hand than this one here. If I were left to my own devices, I'd always open one club. Last hand. Diamond 3 hearts. Not left to my own devices. So this now is a quick pass, even though we might have a nice fit in spades. Sometimes partner has 3. But it's the misfitting hand. It's about letting them get into trouble. Or playing 3 hearts doubled. I will double anything here, even 4 diamonds. I'll double 3 no shrimps. Anything from 3 no trumps on is kind of cheap double. For them is not cheap, but still I'm optimistic about it. When they have such a tremendous we have such a tremendous misfit. She leads her singleton, assuming she has a singleton and it isn't diamonds. If it's diamonds, we are in a very bad spot. But if it isn't diamonds, maybe she has 7-2-2-2. It's possible. Just to see what we'll learn about the hand. And she have king queen diamonds? She can. Hmm. 2 over tricks. And Rhoda has 8 hearts. Yeah, that wasn't so cheap. But still, it's not wool. 8 hearts and 0 tricks. That happens. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Any comments, suggestions, criticism, especially of the last double, would be in order. But thanks, everybody, and I'll see you next. No, I will not see you next week. Next week there won't be a session, but I'll see you in 2 weeks from now. Thanks, everybody.